Hi, welcome to this module called Quantum Physics 101. Now don't worry, we're not going to go for too deep of a dive into that subject of quantum physics, but it's important that we have a very basic understanding of quantum physics so that we can then better appreciate how these biophysics-based technologies that we use in our clinic work on rejuvenating you at a cellular level. Now, the current medical paradigm that we live in is very much based in biochemistry. Now what that means is we take a pill, a herb, a supplement, and we ingest that into our physical body, and that then triggers a chemical reaction which then influences how our cells work. And that's biochemistry. And there's nothing wrong with biochemistry, it's just that it's not dealing with the full picture of who we are as human beings, because we're not just physical beings, we are also electromagnetic, energetic, conscious beings. So in order to better understand how we can use biophysics-based technologies, in other words, how we can use energy to influence our energetic being, we have to have a little bit of a better understanding of the quantum physics and how the atom works. Now, when physicists look inside the atom, they find something quite remarkable, and that is it's filled with 99.9999% empty space. And that fact is quite profound if we take a moment to process that fact and think about it. And the reason why it's so profound is because atoms will combine together to form molecules, like H2O is a molecule. Molecules will combine together to form cells, and cells will combine together to form us. Yet, the very building block of what makes us up, the atom, is 99.999% empty space. But it's what lies within the empty space that gives us the clue on how biophysics technologies work. Because what lies inside the empty space is energy. In fact, quite a lot of energy. So much so, at that quantum scale, the energy density is 10 to the 93 grams per centimeter cubed. Now that's an extraordinarily large number that's nearly impossible for us to wrap our minds around. But let's just put that into some context. What does 10 to the 93 grams per centimeter cubed look like? Well, if you were to take all the matter on planet Earth and combine that with all the matter in our solar system, and if you were to take all the matter in our solar system and combine that with all the matter in our galaxy and all the matter in the universe, and you were to compress that into 1 cubic centimeter, that is the energy density that exists at the quantum scale inside the vacuum of the atom, the empty space in the atom. And so the relevance of all of that is this. We are made of roughly 100 trillion cells, and each one of those cells is made of roughly 100 trillion atoms. And each one of those atoms is 99.99% empty space, but what lies in that empty space is very dense energy. So if we zoom back out from that quantum scale, back out to this scale of our physical body, what that translates to meaning is this. You are far more an energetic being than you are a physical being. And once we wrap our head around this understanding that we are much more than physical beings, we are that, but we are much more than that. We are also these electromagnetic, energetic, conscious beings that emits what's called a biofield. It then makes sense that we can use energy to influence the subtle energy of our body, which then goes on to influence the cells in our body. And that's how these biophysics-based technologies that we're going to explain a little later in the course, how they work on influencing you at a cellular level, because we're using energy to influence cellular functioning, not chemistry. All right, that may be the only thing you need to know about quantum physics, but that's going to lay the foundation to have a better understanding of how these energy medicine, I guess, works in our clinic. So we use things like voltage, frequency, light, magnetism, compression. We also actually use oxygen as well. And all of these different components help improve your energetic being, which then goes on to improve your physical being. All right, we look forward to explaining more of how these technologies work in the later modules.